Hello, everyone. It is once again time for RTF qualifiers, that is. And tonight even, we have B-Tick and Three-Legged Chair, two Vietnamese players putting themselves through SOEW Lunatic Survival. What do you think, T?
Hello. Yeah, I'm interested in seeing how this goes because it was quite an interesting game. I don't have as much experience in this as I do as with the other PC98. I only have L and Bs in this, but yeah, it'll be fun to see.
Indeed, and Anna just joined us. Hello, Anna. What do you think of SOEW Lunatic Survival qualifiers? Does she even have the commentator role? I think no, she does. So she's not muted. Weird.
She did seem muted on my end.
Yeah, she was muted, but she shouldn't be unless it was on her end. Anyway, players 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Go. It's time. Run, the clock's ticking.
Music room gameplay. Oh, there you go. That's how it goes. The funny part about this game is that resets take an egregious amount of time because it doesn't even really reset the game, it just forces the game over.
It's really useless. It's actually quicker to just reset the game outright. Also, why hasn't B-Tick started? God damn it, I forgot the thing. Sorry, there you go.
That's okay.
Yeah, B-Tick is showing us. God damn it, again. Again, please. Where is it? Okay, there you go. No, that's not it. Can tell I've been awake for way too long.
I hear you.
Oh, B-Tick woke up. Oh, that's good.
Okay, 1.5 minute handicap.
Yeah.
So just to get into Soyo a little bit itself. This game's interesting in the sense that, as far as I'm aware, at least for the stage sections, the difficulties, like the patterns in between each difficulty, aren't that different. The only thing that's really notable is on Lunatic, every enemy you kill fires 2 revenge bullets that are aimed at you. And because of that, it changes how you do certain stages. Primarily stages 3 and 4 you have to do in a very specific way in order to both not get overwhelmed and also make sure that you aren't running into the revenge bullets that are shot out.
Yeah, so this is a very funny game. Like T said, the biggest thing that everyone immediately notices about Lunatic is that everything fires a ton of revenge bullets, which is hilarious. It's certainly stage design when the best thing you can do is what Three-Legged Chair is doing and refusing to play the game, protesting the game even.
There is rank in this game too, although I don't think you can really manipulate it like you can in LLS. I don't think it's worth it. Or I think it's either it's not worth it or you can't. Like, not to the extent that you can with say LLS.
Yeah, rank manip in this game does exist to some small extent, and it is used a little bit. The players usually don't collect any of the items, but the rank manip is very slight, and also it will max out eventually anyway.
That's kind of why. Yeah, it's gonna max out, and there's not really much you can do about it at that point. I think rank manip only really exists up until Mira, where they try to keep rank at least a little bit low for her.
Yeah.
So that her patterns aren't too hard because she's the first real
It
RNG
never
check in the run.
Yeah, but something that also doesn't help about SOEW is the structure. This is a very short game, however, most of the stages are very, very similar in length, which means that stages 1 and 2 take up a massive chunk of the runtime, so the fact that the rank just constantly goes up anyway means that the usefulness of the rank manip would always be very diluted, because you spend so long in the early game.
Pretty much. Alright. Both players are in green power right now, and I guess to mention that, for Mira, ideally you want to be at green power because for some reason, well, I mean, I know why, but green power is significantly stronger than cyan and yellow, which come after. I think for all the shots. And then full power, realistically, you're not going to reach full power by the time you get to Mira, so most players settle on staying at green power, and it does about as much, if not more, damage at this stage of the game.
Yeah, so something very iconic to SOEW, like I said, the early game is just hilariously long. So, despite the fact that this is about an 18-minute long game, proportionally, this is probably one of the longest early games in the whole series, so we don't have much to speak because stages 1 and especially 2 have very long swaths of, oh my god, very long swaths where nothing is happening, literally nothing. Especially if you don't actually shoot back at the enemies.
Yeah, except for like right here. This little streaming section can get kind of hectic, but then it's followed immediately by, I think, about 30 to 40 seconds of just staying in the top right corner, because it's a safe spot for this entire section.
I just realized
in a way, it's funny.
I didn't put the shot types. Yeah. Sorry, I'll put them soon. Sorry, continue.
Oh, that's okay. In a way, it's funny. This stage 2 of Soyo has like an atmosphere that isn't really matched by a lot of other Touhou stages because it's so low energy and the music is so calm. But it's also quite a slog for most of this. For like at least half of the stage, you're not really actively shooting anything. And then coming into Mira here, Mira is quite an infamous stage 2 boss. With green power here, she's already in her second phase. And now she's going to be going into her final phase. These ball bullets have very egregious hitboxes. As soon as they even get close to your sprite, it'll register as a hit. The nice thing about Mira is that she's at least a very fast fight. She doesn't even last a minute. But it's also quite easy to die to her, especially if you're playing as some of the slower shots like Reimu B or C.
Yeah, so interesting thing about the metrics, of course, where for the qualifiers specifically, we are using last year's metrics. Last year, Reimu C was severely underrated because she was one of the final shots in the entire Touhou series to not have an Len'en. So we raised up her score to encourage her development. So we're using the last year's scores back before she was developed, so she is way higher than the others. She already starts with almost an entire 2-miss advantage over Reimu A, the best shot in the game. That's a miss for three-legged chair, speaking of. Oh no, that's a reset even.
I don't know if I'd reset there, but I mean, this section's a little bit easier to die on too. And then yeah, Reimu C for a long while, Reimu A was considered the meta for this game for LNN play because of her speed. You can do a lot of macro dodges in this game easier with her, and micro dodging especially is not really recommended for this game. Just because of how the hitboxes work, it's pretty hard to micro anything. But a lot of developments were made last year, so now Reimu-C is considered a lot more viable than she was before. Primarily for her boss performance, because she has the best Mima and Marissa, which are the two big fights for this game. Onto B-Tick's side here, stage 3 isn't too bad. The first half of the stage just has that one part that can be kind of annoying. We have to watch how you're shooting. And then this second half is going to have a bunch of enemies that constantly home in on you and shoot aimed bullets. So you'll see it has to be played a very specific way in order to not get blindsided by any of the revenge bullets that are shot at you, because you have to kill the enemies that spawn. And this section right here.
Yeah, we're approaching now 50 minutes, so 10 minutes. Of course, B-Tick is in the infamous and very funny balls section.
Yeah, a lot of very controlled misdirection, but it was handled very well there. And this next part you kind of need a route for.
Yeah. B-Tick is very famous for being the world's first Reimu-C Len'ener. Unofficially, it was official up until very recently when a few Len'ens were removed from the board due to not having video evidence, because the other thing B-Tick is very famous for, controversially, is not recording runs. This is... Hey, hopefully V-Tick will get LNN either in this or in the real match, and it will no longer be an issue, right?
There you go. I mean, this route so far is very practiced, evidently.
Yeah. V-Tick has LNN this game 5 times with Reimu-C. And the closest thing to a recording was when someone recorded them screen sharing on a different server. Well, they died.
Oof. Yeah, those green bullets have humongous hitboxes. These are the 5 stones, by the way, which I consider to be the most fun fight in this game.
Yeah. Ironically, considering they are the only enemies in the entire series that are just an obstacle, they are probably the closest thing to a Windows fight this game has, even though they're not a girl.
Stage 4 is probably the most route-heavy stage.
Yeah, this stage you kind of have to route top to bottom. Not that it's particularly difficult to route, but you do need to have a very solid plan as to what you're doing.
Yeah, primarily during the streaming sections.
Don't worry, I know I like teasing and bullying V-Tick, which is funny and everyone knows I do it. I will stop after this. But I have joked before that I hope, for everyone's sake, I think even B-Tick's opponents are rooting for them to be able to get an LNN finally on record. They can win the match for all their opponents scared. Just please get a run on record.
I think he could.
Definitely could. Absolutely could. There's no reason why they shouldn't have one yet.
Yeah, that's 35.
Reimu-C SOEW's biggest soldier.
Yeah, so this mid-boss, all you do is you stay above it for the entirety of its appearance. I think if you shoot it down, it drops a life. I don't know if it's that one or the next one,
I never remember.
But one of them does drop a life, one drops a bomb. Obviously, considering this is supposed to be a low resource or a low miss run, ideally the life isn't necessary. But you time it down just to make that that spam section with the blobs a little shorter. Every single attack this
This is the one that drops the life there.
Yeah. Every single attack that mid boss does, barring one, always shoots directly below it. The one that shoots above it is that homing pattern that it shot at every so often, but even then it's pretty easily mitigated by just going around it.
It's very funny that fairy is literally some kind of angel with a laser gun. You would literally never see that nowadays on Touhou.
No, he's too busy making... He just takes one of the regular enemy types and makes them transparent. And gives them a hard time out. And that's the mid-bosses we get now.
First time we're seeing Marissa tonight. Oh no, actually it's Mima. Ah, no, it's Marissa. Yeah, it's Marissa. Probably the biggest advancement we've ever seen in this game comes from BTIC. To make this fight not terrible. On? Oh, got destroyed by Meira.
That was really unfortunate. Anyway, yeah, Marissa, Rainbow C probably has the best
What?
Marissa. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Rainbow C probably has the best Marissa because she can shoot down her orbs really, really fast. The way Marissa works, as she generally does in all of her pre-Windows fights, is she has some attacks that she can use when her orbs aren't up, and she has some attacks that she can use while they are. And then in this game, every attack that she has while her orbs are up are paired up with another attack or a counter attack that she can use if you shoot down her orbs while she's in the middle of a pattern, and some of them are pretty impossible and like egregiously hard. So with Marissa in this game specifically, you have to really time when you shoot down her orbs, or else she counters by overwhelming you.
Yeah, so the biggest advancement that this game probably ever got actually did come from BTIC, which is a semi-reliable exploits you can do against Marissa, which force her to do certain things on certain screen positions, because a few of her attacks actually force her to hover above you. You can use this to very slowly shunt her off the screen and force her to shoot most bullets out of the screen, which means they're not shooting at you, you know? If you catch my drift.
Yeah, she basically she just follows you. She follows your position. So you can lead her over to the side of the screen, and if you off-screen her a little bit, she ends up shooting most of her bullets off-screen depending on what the pattern is. And that makes a lot of her patterns a bit more manageable, because otherwise she's quite an RNG-dependent fight. Usually during this part of stage 1, I opt to shoot some of these just because it gives me something to do, but I don't blame either of them for just pacifying the entire thing.
Yeah. It does make this way more consistent.
Now, once you reach green power, you don't really need much more power anyway, at least not until after stage 3. Or after stage 2.
Yeah. This is a very funny boss, especially since you can actually safe spot the flower tank for most of it, just like Three-Legged Chair is very helpfully doing to show to the audience. This is not even this is a very easy boss even without any safe spots, but it's even more pathetic if you do it.
It's consistent, but I have always been too nervous to do that safe spot because I always have the worry that she's gonna shoot. I'm not gonna kill her fast enough. She's just gonna shoot bullets on top of me, which with either of these two shot types is never gonna happen as long as you're in with green power.
Hello, Anna.
Hello.
Also hi.
You're talking about tank final, I assume.
Yeah, we were talking about the
Yes.
funny save spot.
Oh, and I
Yeah,
guess
I
to mention,
usually
because this
like.
hasn't even. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, I'm too scaredy to do the full safe spot. I just head down after a bit.
Yeah, I mean, either way, if you stay at the bottom and you shoot at her, she's gonna die before any of her bullets get shot out anyway, whether you do the safe spot or not. And then I guess just to mention, because presumably we haven't
Well,
mentioned it
yeah,
yet.
this exists.
Oh, yeah, this exists too, and also the both players are using a script that allows for a rapid fire, because in this game, for some reason,
Yeah,
rapidly tapping the shot button doesn't do damage. Causes more bullets to be shot out than just holding it.
you're
So-
really
Yeah.
cutting out. You're really cutting out.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I think it's like supposed to be intentional because you can see Zune doing it.
Yeah, it's intentional. Apparently, it says
Yeah.
in the manual that this is intentional. It's a terrible mechanic, but it is intended.
Yeah, I believe we allow
didn't know it was-
unlimited speed on the rapid fire
We do, yeah.
or on
There's
the
no
auto
reason to
fire.
limit
Yeah.
it. If you allow
I
it,
mean,
it's very hard to limit it. So we might as well just
Yeah, I
let
mean-
any input.
Yeah, I prefer to limit myself to like 6 hertz, like so that it's like reasonable. Like, yeah, I could in theory get this by mashing, but I don't want to fuck up my wrists even more.
For real, it's pretty bad.
Yeah,
And it gets
and
you
like
quickly.
even then,
Also,
there is like there is a huge difference between 6 hertz and I believe it's 14 is where it peaks out, or is it 28?
Well, maybe either, or because it's 56 FPS.
I don't know the exact amount of hertz off the top of my head.
But yeah, we have gotten past stage 2 to the stream too fast, got himself trapped. Oh, he's still going.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but like
at this point,
on phase 1,
It's an interesting decision. Especially
yeah, there's still
since
the
we don't have
entire
much
rest
reset
of Mara
time.
left. Yeah,
This
there's
reset
like
time
the
is-
there's like the diamond slash, and then there's billiards. Well, BTIC made it through.
Yeah, the reset timer this year is standardized across every single category of
Yeah,
a
what
certain
is it,
type.
like? Oh, Jesus. Is it like 50 minutes for this? Because
It's 60. It's 60 for every survival category that is explicitly not Len'en 1. Len'en 1 gets 90.
wait, then were they just jailed for like the entire start of the run?
Ooh.
BTEC had made it to Marissa.
Yeah, BTIC made it to Marissa and then accidentally hugged her, so they reset.
Hug her on like the intro to the fight, the first attack.
Yeah, they did not pull
no.
off an RTF 25. No, they just hugged one of the balls.
Ah,
Yeah, ran into the
yeah.
orb.
Yeah, no.
Oof.
What was that? A second miss for a three-legged chair?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're at 1 life.
Oh, this is risky to continue, but sure. I mean, this is a very short game. The 60 minutes is pretty fine for SOEW and LLS because they are sub 20-minute long games, but it is a little very harsh for Mystic Square, which is way longer than either of them.
Well, on the other hand, you have Mystic Square is like by far the most consistent of these games. There's no like huge threats that can just be that can just kill you with like 0 options. Like there's no rings, there's no TLV Mima in MS.
Yeah,
Like
there's no big RNG
Yeah.
checks in MS. There isn't all that.
Yeah, like MS late game is just too honest. So 60 minutes is fair.
Yeah, the closest thing is like Yumeko, but even then,
No,
it's
Yumeko's
not really
learnable.
quite at the same level.
Yumeko is very learnable. Like, if anything, I would put the closest thing to an RNG check is like Shinky third, or no, I think
That's true.
Yeah.
I would even say, but I even feel like Shinky third to an extent is fairly learnable. I mean, there's RNG to it, sure, but I mean, at least from my experience, I've never had a moment where it like completely walled me.
Well, I mean, theoretically, if you get unlucky enough, it could just act like Goose Phase 4 and just give you nothing but ones directly down the center.
Yeah. Yeah.
VTech died to this last time, so this will be interesting to see.
He just died to this as well.
No, wait, right now, VTech?
Yeah, I heard a miss sound, and I looked back. He is on... no, wait. Yeah, he's on 1 miss. Was it balls, or...
no, wait.
It would have had to have been balls, but... Yeah, he's on 3 mil 4 lives. That means he died once.
I do not think he collected any... Well, they reset anyway. Doesn't matter. Yeah,
there's no 1-up item. The thing is, there's no 1-up items until stage 4. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a reset. So we're back to this fun. Well, we're almost halfway through the reset timer. Again, short game, but you have to be careful.
This
especially since like
burned into my long-term memory.
Oh wait, Reimu C is still like 100 points for no miss.
It's explicitly last year's metrics for qualifiers, just for qualifiers.
Yeah. Okay, so that means VTech's at a huge advantage. Also in terms of how quick a run takes, because full power Reimu C just dwarfs Reimu A in terms of kill time.
I'll be back in just one moment.
And we're back to the very fun stage 1 where you do not shoot for most of it. So what kind of topics can we bring up about SOEW that we haven't been able to? As much as this is an incredibly simple game as well, which works to its advantage and detriment, you could say. This is
Sorry, I was eating a cookie. On the topic of why, Chair isn't shooting, even the safer enemies to shoot, it's because, just like MS, SOEW has severe damage jank. And for both of these shot types, their strongest is, at max power, obviously, but their second strongest is when they are at this power level, green. And for the others, once you get more power than this, your damage actually just goes down until it just snaps back up at max power. And while you can, in theory, get max power before Mera, it is very, it's not consistent. And also, you're putting your survival, at risk. You can easily die when collecting power in stage 2. So
yeah, and even then, the power difference between max power and green power for Mera isn't really all that different. It's pretty comparable. So it's not worth going for the risk to begin with.
Yeah,
it's better to just stay at green power until you get past her.
Meanwhile, and stage 3, there isn't really any huge damage races in stage 3. The closest you could think of would be Stone's final, but Balls is mainly just about range. So you start collecting power again in stage 3, and you pray that you have. Well, no, you should ideally have gotten the max by Marisa.
Yeah, and that's where it starts to matter. More so because at least with
Yeah.
Remusi, the piercing especially.
Actually, what am I talking about? Of course you get there, because Stage 3 boss drops 2 big power items, and SOEW just... You only need 80 to get max instead of 128.
I guess for another very small curiosity, I do not believe I have ever seen the curse bullets from the mid boss anywhere else.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah,
This
is their only
specific bullet
appearance.
sprite is, just used for this. It's easily safe spottable, and if you wanted to kill this mid boss, you can kill her before she even shoots anything.
It may very well be the most inconsequential bullet type in the series, considering you don't even have to see it if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and like they can like kill the mid boss if they wanted to, but again, another reason to not kill the mid bosses is for rank management. I believe like if you like manage your score, then you can have lower rank at Mara than if you had actually gotten an extend. So save your extend until like Mara at least.
Yes,
But
that's right. And that's the only bit of rank minute that's in the run.
Yeah,
just for Mara.
There is no way to lower your rank aside from dying. I don't even think bombing reduces rank. And we hit max rank like unavoidably near like in the middle of stage 3, I believe.
Around that. Sometime during stage 3.
Yeah. And that's another... Yeah. Wait, and that's yet another reason to not go for max power, because in order to go for max power, you have to kill enemies. But like just even killing enemies gives you enough score to get the extend. So yeah. I believe BTIC has Mara down to a science. Like, it's all about timing phase transitions. Like, yeah, that was the start of phase 2, and that was the only attack we saw in phase 2. No, we did one loop of phase 2. I'm bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I did see it was just the one. Ideally, yeah, you only get to see one loop of each phase.
Has three-legged chair already died, actually?
Yes, Tamara.
Yes.
Wait, yeah.
Does phase 1 even have anything? Yes, it's the... Yeah, I was trying to remember all the attacks, and I've completely forgot the V slash in phase 1.
Yeah, every Mara phase has something that can kill you. That's something that's a little... That's threatening.
Yeah, that's an immediate reset here for three-legged chair. Three-legged chair, by the way, has already qualified for LLS in a very hilarious match.
Well, billiards with this shot is really not threatening, because you just kill it before she even manages to move, I believe.
Yeah, as long as you time the transition well enough, you can get a lot of damage on her before she even shoots out her first volley. At which point you can kill her pretty quickly. If anything, she might shoot out just maybe one wave, and then afterwards she'll die if you can follow her.
Yeah.
The only issue with that is that her movement is random, but again, if you manage your damage well enough, it shouldn't be an issue, at least with me.
Yeah. But yeah, no, billiards is very dumb if you don't kill it extremely quickly. I've attempted no rapid fire LNB, and billiards is stupid.
Oh yeah,
if you manage to let it survive. Yeah.
Yep. It's bad.
It's really bad.
Primarily because of the hitbox properties in this game. Those
Yeah.
specific bullets that she uses for billiards is they're pretty
Yeah.
egregious. You can
Any-
easily get
any
cut by
bullet that isn't a pellet uses the exact same hitbox, which is bigger than the sprite in every case, even in the case of the curse bullets, which have a big sprite already.
Where
Yeah.
did B-Tick die to?
Balls, presumably.
I think he died before the mid boss. It was either before or at the mid boss is when I saw the miss.
Okay.
Interesting choice to continue. Of course, we are 26 minutes to 0 time.
Well, you probably aren't going to die to this. Like, this boss with like rapid fire allowed is a joke. Like, the only remotely threatening thing in this fight is the timeout. But the timeout is just entirely routable. Has 0 RNG. Yeah,
the first one, they actually died to the green spam, the green aimed stuff.
Yeah. The green spam, ideally, it doesn't last long enough.
Okay, let's see then. This was their previous base PB for tonight. They're oddly fiddly with this tonight.
Yeah, I always like get psyched out and move like one wave before I'm supposed to on that.
I do that too. You generally, at least if you do it one wave earlier, then at least you can sort of you can recover it pretty easily.
Yeah. What the kill during the lasers? That's crazy.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
What the hell? Okay, I'm glad we got that on video.
That phase lived for so long in no rapid.
If you do it without rapid, you have to do like a full, like I think 2 waves, like a full volley.
Even when I was using Reimu B in no rapid.
Yeah, with rapid though, like generally it doesn't die that fast even still. You'd have to at least from my experience, that I usually at least see her start to shoot the green bullets before she dies. I'm saying they're rocks before they die. But I don't know. I guess you could do it faster. I didn't know that.
This is like the only good stage section in this game. Actually, no, you could say balls is like a good stage section, maybe.
Anyway, speaking of good stage section, we have a very good mid boss here. This is very interactive.
Okay.
See? Very cool.
Also, like, you really do not want to shoot this down early, because the section after it is very dumb and will get out of control incredibly quickly if you let it.
Especially with Reimu C, because she has a hard time keeping up with the enemies. All these spawn points are random.
Well, you can still like do U movement to guide them towards you. It's the thing is, like, if you don't have piercing, like either because you don't have max power yet, or if you're playing Reimu B, that is where you get huge problems. Dropped the 1-up. Also, that is very rare that we can actually collect a 1-up at 5 lives. Normally, like, if you have max lives, this is like a thing not even seen. Like in other games, if you have max lives and you would collect a life, it just gives you a bomb. But in this game, it doesn't even spawn the 1-up, it spawns a bomb instead, and that's what you'd collect to give you the bomb. I've never seen it spawn a 1-up when you're at 5 lives.
It's because they got 5 million exactly as it rolled over.
Yeah, edge case. It doesn't even have to be exact, it just is. Your score has to be in the process of increasing past 5 mil.
Okay, so We have Marissa again for the second time tonight. 21 minutes
Yeah.
remaining.
All right. And yeah, was it Marisa explained prior? Okay.
We did, yeah. We have explained her. We have also
Yeah,
explained the techniques that BT came up with, which are probably the biggest development this game got as far as
Oh, that
consistencies
is
goes.
not good.
Okay, we're alive
Yeah.
Hey,
somehow.
we survived.
That's,
Ooh!
What star
that
micro?
was very clutch.
I didn't even know you
Yeah, those
could
stars
micro
have-
that. Okay.
You can. I've done it before. It was like a last-ditch resort, but not obviously it's not ideal.
No, I've never even microed the stars on that attack.
This attack can crit roll you, funnily, if she follows
We got
it
it
up with
twice
a
in a
specific
row, which
other
is
pattern.
great. Excellent. Oh my god.
That's okay. She was nice. She was nice.
Yeah, if she does the one where she circles the whole screen, it is very bad. Yeah. And so the reason you care a lot about damage control on Marisa, because whatever you do not kill her last orb when she's in the middle of an attack. Because,
Oh no! Not
yeah,
like
that's,
that.
Yeah,
that's the
that's what I was talking
overlap.
about. Yeah.
And
That is
now we
the
have no
worst
piercing for
combination.
the rest of Marisa.
We should
Yeah,
be
I mean,
almost
ideally.
done.
Yeah. Also, I guess something that wasn't mentioned. She doesn't take damage unless all of her orbs are down in this. So you have to shoot them all down first before she takes
Yeah.
any sort of direct damage. But she should already be close to death anyway.
Yeah.
Now last she takes 10% damage, I believe.
There you go.
Solid pace. 2 miss into 5 rather. I was about to say into 6 because of final stage, but of course a big gimmick of SOEW, if you only ever play the other games, is that this is a 5-stage game.
I didn't even know this game had a stage 5 because it's just this. It's an opportunity to get max power before Mima phase 1. I mean, not that you'd need it. Mima drops way too much power anyway. And yeah.
Yeah, Mima's she's a very interesting fight. She's a very unique final boss, actually.
Okay.
A lot of this fight is learnable.
And
oh
yeah,
God.
there's like a huge RNG check at the start of phase 4 but only at the start of phase 4. Like, even if you were to time out the entire rest of phase 4, the RNG check just wouldn't happen. But
Yes.
you don't know where. So how Mima works is she runs on a cycle of 3 attacks, and every time you transition phases, she starts on a random attack in the cycle. But phase 4 mixes that up because not only are there 8 attacks, but they're just remixes of everything from the rest of the fight.
And there's one attack in particular that she just did not too long ago, actually during her 3rd phase, that you have to miss.
Yeah, this
that one
is
right
the
there.
3rd.
Yeah,
No,
there is.
No, this
Thanks
is phase
for
4, yeah.
demonstrating.
Yeah, it hard walls you if you are at the bottom of the screen when she uses it.
Yeah, so you
TLB.
have to start
Right.
TLB phase.
TLB.
to use it.
TLB follows the exact same gimmick, but there's
Yeah,
just nothing you can do about it.
3 miss.
You just pray that she doesn't do the spam as the first attack. We're gonna have to see a second spam. All right, that one was kind.
4
No.
Yeah, 4
At
miss.
this point,
Yeah,
you just take the damage. Mima, yeah.
TLB's very for that being at the very end of the run. It's pretty cruel because getting to that point with nerves is because you have to be very precise and particular about how you dodge TLB because those bigger bullets again are very easily clip you.
By the way, we have the farthest Len'en pace of the night.
No, chair's on 1 miss.
They
Unless they started with only 1 life, they're on 1 miss.
they got 2 extends.
3 extends. They're at 3 mil.
Isn't it 1 mil and 3 mil?
It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 8.
All right.
Yeah. Like, the shot type difference in the Rubik is just so huge at this point.
Yeah.
You go from, like, okay, you get a 4 miss with god-awful Mima Final RNG, and, like, a potato miss in stage 3, and a death to a Marisa crit roll. And to beat it, you have to get a Reimu 2 miss, and we've already died somewhere. Yeah, a 2 miss.
Okay, let's talk about the current meta going on here. I want to emphasize the fact that Three-Legged Chair then is in a 1 miss with 45 points, but we have 15 minutes remaining, which isn't a lot of time. If Three-Legged Chair manages to finish this run 1 or 2 miss, they take the lead, and if BTIC has to reset at any point here, they will have very little time to actually get something better, so they have to be very careful. Yeah, of course, this is now no longer.
Sorry, I was finishing up a cookie.
Sure, I wish I had a cookie. Yeah.
Yeah. Now we're coming up on Reimu Marisa, and this fight is, if you die as Reimu Marisa, yeah,
Good
you're
luck.
fucked.
Because her
You either Len'en Marisa, or you die 4 times.
Yeah, because at least with Rainbow A, she has piercing with those with those middle shots that she has, which kind of makes up for it. But as soon as you die, she just gets this. I think it's like I don't know how many lanes specifically, but it's just a wide shot that does very little damage.
Yeah, and you're only hitting 1 at max against Marisa unless you shotgun, which is, like, again, extremely risky. You're basically praying that one of the orbs drops a big power, and that's if you can even manage to kill an orb.
Yeah, you're lucky to kill 1 or 2.
Yeah, you go from, like, a respectable damage to, like, the lowest damage in the game, aside from, like, no power. Alright, and we should be, perfect. We don't get any rage attacks. Oh,
well,
no!
this is bad. This is the final miss they can take if they want to take the lead.
Yeah, so this is gonna be hopefully they're able to kill 1 at least, and it drops a big power at them.
Yeah, but again, it has to drop a big power, and she's not doing the attacks that let you get damage. Okay, well, Marisa moment.
Death again?
That's kind of what happened.
Oh my god, I wasn't even done updating the thing.
Yeah, also we're at, I believe, the minimum amount of power you can have and still be on yellow, so even if we were to get 2 big powers, I don't even think we would get max.
No.
Because power loss in this game is just that stupid.
Well, that's bad. That no longer.
Okay, I don't even think this scores. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't score anymore.
Yeah.
You just got
how many?
Rolling
That's
pin.
our third Marisa.
This is a crazy Marisa fight.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, we got a big power.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for the power.
Yeah, SOEW power loss. Oh, this doesn't.
No.
SOEW power loss is so cruel. As well, because the only bosses that drop items are stones, which at the very start of the fight, which is like the easy part, you're never going to die there anyway. Marisa only sometimes if she feels like it, and only if you can kill an orb to begin with. And Mima.
There you go.
I think Three-Legged Chair should leg it to the reset button because we don't have time. 11 minutes.
Oh yeah, this would not score even in TWC now. Yeah. The thing is, like, does he know that BTIC has got a run in?
Well, they aren't death here in the chat, so they're probably listening to us. So in case they are, we should also remind the audience here on YouTube that B-Tick is leading with a Rainbow C4 miss worth 20 points. In Three-Legged Chair has no run, and if they finish this run is worth no points. And we have 10 minutes remaining. This is an 18-minute long game, but that's not a lot of time.
Yeah, like I could
Yeah, I
see
mean, like-
Chair continuing, like, just to win the DNF battle. But
Yeah, and like if they were to both reset now, assuming they do, the next round would be their final if they were to go up to Mima.
I am not good at. I don't even think they'd be able to make it to stage 4 before reset. This.
Yeah, that's a
Okay.
bit of a meteor.
Yeah.
Misdirect is a lot easier to get as Reimu A. With Reimu C, you have to be a lot more precise with your movement just because of the slower movement speed, but it's you can learn it.
Oh
Well,
god.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
So that's
I-
why don't misdirect it.
Yeah. And like,
That was
it's not
good.
just that. You have to be ready for that attack at the start of phase 4 because the only warning you have before your fate is sealed is the fact that Mima is following you. But there's like other attacks that also start with her following you.
that's a
that's why you
game
have to-
over.
Yeah, you really have to play the starts of phases 3 and 4 as if assuming that she's gonna use that attack first.
Yeah. And then she does like the shotgun attack instead, and at the start of phase 4, and whoops.
I know that's the thing. Depending on the attack she uses first in phase 4, it can really spell doom right at the start because there are a few attacks out of the 8 that she can use that you really don't want her to use first.
Yeah, the
Okay,
shotgun
so-
is definitely the worst of those. Normally, you're able to just safe spot it above her, but it looks the same as the star attack at the start. Like, it just starts with her following you. I think she follows you for a bit longer on that, though. But, yeah.
This is very interesting that we're seeing Three-Legged Chair with 8 minutes remaining, spending time on music mode by Zun.
Taking a breather, maybe. I don't know.
Alright, it seems like apparently Three-Legged Chair has conceded. So,
Okay, well, congratulations, B-Tech.
one last run? Okay, then. Okay, so let's see. I mean, Three-Legged Chair still very much has a very real chance of qualifying if they can get a 2 miss and B-Tick does not
Okay.
update.
Yeah, imagine if this is somehow ends up as the first recorded B-Tick LNN.
It would be very
we
funny.
said that earlier.
Yeah, we said that earlier.
Yeah.
I joked that
just-
it would be really funny if they got to the main match and then even their opponents were rooting for them to just finally get the recorded LNN.
How many does he have? Like, unrecorded, I mean?
5.
Like 5? Yeah.
It's incredible. We have one half recorded one, so even if you wanted to be very charitable, it would be 4 unrecorded.
We almost had a 1/10 recorded one.
We have the very final frame of the first one.
Yeah. We have the Mima TLB recording of a 1 miss. But that's not an LNN though. Right? Mara for BTIC. Let's see how this goes. So I believe that for BTIC specifically, with his route, the most dangerous thing in this fight is the V slash in phase 1. Or is the diamond slash in phase 2 worse?
I'd say both. I don't know. I'd say maybe the diamond slash might be a little bit worse.
Oh god, that's not good.
That's very bad movement RNG.
Jesus. Oh
Well,
Yep.
okay, they're
Continuing.
they're playing it out. There's not really time. There's 5 minutes.
well, I don't even think he can get to Mara in 5 minutes.
It's about 5 minutes. Because, like I explained at the start of the game, SOEW is balanced very strangely, where this is the shortest shmup in the series, but it's still got one of the longest early games because most of the stages are the same length. So stages 1 and 2 are about as long as 4 and 5.
3 and 4, you. God.
Yeah, like 5 doesn't even have a runtime of a minute. Not even like 30 seconds, I don't think.
I think stage 5 is like genuinely shorter than MS stage 6 and PCB pre-mid stage 6, which is like the actual shortest stage. No, which is shorter, PCB pre-mid or MS stage 6?
Oh, well, pre-mid. Okay, well, if it's just pre-mid, they're pretty similar actually. I'm just estimating. That safe spot you do at the on this mid boss here is consistent, but I don't know why. The safe spots in SOE I don't trust at all sometimes.
Yeah, the fact that SOEW stage 5 is the stage portion is literally like 10 seconds long really helps this game feel rather lethargic, because it does mean that you just spend so long in the early game, and this supposedly, allegedly 18-minute long game makes you feel like you're here for an hour every single credit.
And it's funny because I'll finish our run and I'll look back at the recording. It's not even 20 minutes, but it feels like I've been sitting there for an entire day.
Yeah, it just kind of feel like you're there an entire morning every single time you boot up this game.
Balls Rush. Here we go. Actually, come to think of it, I don't really disagree with BTIC's decision to keep playing after that Mara Billiards miss. Because, yeah, you're one miss to something early, but you can also, like, scout to see if you're dying to balls, and then you can just reset a balls death this way. Like, and I know that balls is very, very routable. You can get quite consistent at it. It's not quite 100% though, because like sometimes your movements may be slightly off. An enemy may survive that you were supposed to kill.
Okay, BTIC is getting into the final few hard things in the game that they can afford to die to if they want to reset. Is what I was about to say.
Yeah, now like this is like where now like BTIC's decision to not reset Billiards is paying off because they can just reset this now.
Yeah, but okay, you have to see, because oh my god. Again, there aren't that many hard things left in the vicinity here, so you have to keep in mind that if you want to reset or not.
He's gonna play this run out.
Yeah, probably, because well, there isn't that much time left.
Yeah. Well,
you
can't even get past mid one,
and
still have the time to reset.
three-legged chair also died, by the way. I just noticed.
Yeah,
Very
Mara
worrying
on
trend
the
here,
Diamond
but
Slash.
60 seconds remaining. Here's this theme, and any resemblance that this theme bears with anything from Final Fantasy VI is merely coincidental.
Legally distinct, decisive battle.
Yeah, can tell
I'm pretty sure
what he was playing.
didn't the music room say it's like intentional or whatever? I could be wrong though.
I don't remember ever seeing. I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. And I don't think there's any time. Wait, Cher died again?
Yeah, just exactly now, actually.
Yeah. The problem
Exactly
is
now.
Cher literally doesn't have time to reset because,
it's
well,
over.
first off, reset time has ended.
It's done.
Second, resetting and starting a new run takes quite a bit of time in this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Either
was
just-
also mentioned because it doesn't even reset the game. It just forces a game over.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I just hit the, hard
Me-
reset button on my emulator instead. Like,
that's
I
actually
literally just have a key combo bound, and I just modify my auto execute.bat to just launch SOEW if I plan to play it.
Probably better because I mean, there's nothing more demoralizing than getting a bad run, getting a bad death, trying to restart so you can just get onto another run, and then being stuck there and accidentally using a continue, so you have to spend more time restarting.
Yeah,
I've done that more times than I'd like to admit.
It really beats you up when you're down. Of course, three-legged chair here can theoretically still win this if they LNN the entire rest of the game. And BTIC doesn't update either.
Well, Balls got behind him. Oh, okay, well, no. It's not as catastrophic if Balls get past you if you're Reimue, then, I guess.
When you do have the speed to finally compensate. We never
And the
actually explained a
range.
few stupid movement mechanics in this game. There is no
Oh, yeah,
focus,
no.
of course, and this game doesn't really use normalized vectors that well. For some reason,
Well-
it's not really calculated properly in general, so it's not even
No, it's just-
fully like when Smike, the Japanese player,
even
tested it,
in,
it's bad.
No, even like, oh god.
Sucks.
Oh,
Even like,
immediate death.
like Zuna's always just manually set the movement speed.
Dead.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
it's over.
yeah. BTIC can update, yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. Even in the modern game, Zune manually sets the diagonal movement speed in your shot type's config file. The thing is, in this game, the diagonal movement doesn't use like twice taxicab speed. Like, it doesn't use taxicab distance, but it also doesn't use true distance either. It's something in between, and the difference is biggest for Reimue C. So Reimue C, when she's moving diagonally, is actually not that slow at all. And it's like the only thing that makes the star misdirect even remotely possible. The fact that she just abruptly speeds up when you move diagonally. I forget the exact factor, but it's like she goes from like 3 pixels per frame to over 4.
Yeah, it's hard to move so deliberately during that misdirect as Reimue C.
Yeah. I think like Reimue C moves as fast diagonally as Reimue B. Like Reimue B, her diagonal movement speed is like actually somewhat normalized. So your jank even there's jank even within the jank. And then Reimue C is like something in between. She moves faster diagonally than orthogonally, but not to the extent that Reimue C does.
Yeah, Reimue C is very funny because it just feels so... I'll be honest, straight honest, it does feel really bad to control her. because every single time you go on a diagonal over, oh my god,
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
Oh my god.
you just absolutely fly off the goddamn handle with Rainbow C every time you go on a diagonal. It's so bad.
Okay, alright.
I survive that somehow.
For me, I would just assume it like as I just get used to like the double taxi cab speed when playing as Rainbow C, and to me it just feels like that the other characters have sluggish diagonals instead.
That mouse, by the way, YouTube. If anyone is watching this SOEW qualifiers, that mouse is not mine. Okay, we have to pay respects here because technically, three-legged chair here can actually still win this. There is hope. It's not a lot,
Jesus.
but there is
God.
hope. Yeah, if they continue playing like this, it's actually no hope. And we're just delaying the inevitable, but we can see.
Do they have Len'en in this cat?
No. They would have to theoretically Ellen in the entire rest of the game up at this
Yeah.
point.
So that just means dealing with Marisa and all of her bullshit RNG. You nailed the execution on Mima while dodging a 1 in 8 chance for phase 4 to kill you at the phase transition. And then you pray. Yeah, you pray that TLB is nice. Because it's not that TLB kills you if it's mean, it's that TLB lets you survive if it's nice.
Okay, but we are really at 2 miss, right? Checksumming this.
We are. Yeah.
We've
Okay.
gotten 3 score extends and 1 item extend.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Again.
6 minus 2 is 4, yeah. Sure. Okay, we're decent
Okay.
so far, but we have to be really careful again. We're so low.
Okay, 2 more attacks. And then, okay, well, we're fucked.
That's
Why are we
unfortunate.
here? Why are we here? Why are we here? What the fuck?
Oh! Great. Okay.
Okay, and orbs are about to self-destruct. Why am I coaching?
It's, I mean, it's whatever, really.
Yeah. Okay. Oh god!
Okay.
Not like this!
That's how we lose
It's okay.
qualifiers, apparently.
They can still score if they and end the rest of the game, but well,
It qualifies.
the problem is, oh right, yeah, we have low power for Marisa, so we can't even quickly deal the orb sets. And again, we still have to deal with all of TLB Mima and her bullshit. Okay.
It's a shame that it ended on the easy attack of all of them.
Well, they were very out of position.
Yeah, they again.
Oh.
They were
Okay,
actually
well,
playing
yeah, I wouldn't have done
Marissa
that.
so well aside from that.
You see,
This-
this attack is the dumb one to me. That attack I just can't dodge unless she's like halfway off screen.
Yeah, because then most of the bullets won't even be shot out. I believe it is it is a static pattern.
Based
So is
on her
this.
position, though. Well, the thing
Yeah,
is,
based on her position.
and relative to which direction the orbs are moving.
Okay, is this like 6 miss at this point?
Let me count.
It would be.
We have-
No.
Lives 6 miss. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. This was so good until they just slipped on a banana peel.
I mean, it was a good effort.
They actually dodged Marissa incredibly well, even when things went horribly, which is an even bigger shame.
I don't even think they get the 8 mil extend. So 2 lives for Mima and TLB.
No, there's not enough potential to get the 8 mil.
And there's absolutely not
Yeah.
enough money
I
left
don't
in
even
the
think-
game.
Does Mima give you score when she phase transitions, like aside from the items she drops?
I do not
No.
remember anything
Okay.
of that sort.
I was wondering if they were gonna just stand there and take it.
Okay, please finish. We beg you.
Yeah.
For that attack, generally, you don't have to move.
Yeah, no, you
As long as
just
you bottom hug.
bottom hug and everything misses you.
Because she follows you. Before that attack
Okay.
gets shut out, she follows you anyway.
Oh
Oh
my god,
boy.
I thought that was gonna be the star.
Okay. There you go.
I was waiting for the misdirect. That is not a way I am used to seeing that misdirect, but that works, I guess.
Yeah, with Remue, the misdirect is way, way, way more forgiving. It gives
Okay.
you a little more.
I thought that was going
Oh,
to be the.
Boy.
Yeah, no.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've forgotten the order of phase 4 attacks.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, this is. And then she does the. Okay,
Yeah,
I
then you go above her
I
here.
was worried.
You can go above her here.
Yeah.
Please finish.
As long as you get past the first attack in phase 4, you can more or less just follow the order afterwards. Good. And then TLB's coming up now, probably. Oh, wow.
Ay, ay, ay.
That
There
was...
she is. TLB. No,
Probably
no,
trying
no,
to
no.
increase damage.
Interesting
Ooh.
way to route this. Okay, so we don't get spam first.
I'll be
No.
honest, I am very, very. Like, I have no
Why
fucking
did you
clue
why did
how.
you dodge it like this?
I'll be honest, like, I have no clue how, like, the, double swirl,
Look,
that
that's
attack.
a
That's a
DKO.
yeah.
The classic. The SOEW classic.
Like, I have
I
no
don't
idea
understand.
how you're supposed to dodge that, the double spiral.
Oh no.
It's hard. That TLB
Yeah.
is very... It's a very evil thing to put at the very, very end of the run.
Like, everything except for the spam, it looks super easy. No. The hitboxes are so dumb on that
Yeah.
every single attack can kill you. Like, even
every other-
even the aimed and static ones.
Every other Touhou game, that double spiral, you could just stay in the middle and dodge it there and micro it. You can't do that in this game.
Yeah.
You have to go off to the side.
Yeah, no, Zone just straight up ported Mima TLB to PODD. Like, I don't even think he nerfed any of the attacks, and it just is so much easier.
I know, you barely even recognize it as the same pattern.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's over. BTIC qualifies, so I'll ask if they want interviews.
Alright.
Okay, interesting. Okay, but before that, what did you guys think then of the interesting things we saw tonight?
I mean, overall, it's... I don't really know what to say. I'm not as knowledgeable as I am Zoe with the rest of the PC98s, but it is, I guess it kind of goes to show some of the jank in the game, what you have to account for when you're doing everything. You don't really play this game like you do any other Touhou game.
No, SOEW is a dad shmup. It's not a proper bullet hell to me.
That's pretty much it. All right,
Like,
sec.
just-
Wait, sec. Hello, everyone. Yes, this is the interview corner. Yeah, so SOEW is a dash shmup. So, Chair, begin. What do you think of SOEW? Is it a shmup? Is it even a shmup? Is it a bullet hell? Is it a dash shmup?
Is it a tech demo? Like,
Is it a
the
video
where
game?
you shoot? Is the game where you shoot enemies and dodge bullets a shmup?
Yeah.
Okay, well, to be fair, you only dodge bullets sometimes.
Yeah.
I can still consider that a shmup. At the end of
Yeah,
the day,
I mean,
because you shoot
there's
enemies
more
and stuff.
dodging, or there's more bullets in this than there are in like 80s shmups.
Yeah.
So this, yeah, the enemies definitely shoot bullets. I mean, okay, no, they not in the first two stages. Let's be real.
not in the final either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
SOEW is a shmup sometimes. Only sometimes, only after stage 2.
Like, and it's not as if it's not even like the enemies like just ramming you pose a threat in stage 1 or 2 either.
I truly did not expect to, be matched up with BTEC. It would be a fight between, a student and a master because, like, I do, I did grind the wheel a lot back in the day, but I don't consider my skills to be on par with BTEC when it comes to this. So it's I think this is like I don't want to say it's unfair, but like it's a very interesting match because I'm being matched with the master of the game here, like the world record breaker, and I'm just like a nobody joining RTF for the first time. But
I mean, your run was definitely practiced.
Yeah, but like
the problem is
all
getting. Sorry. The problem is like getting runs going and consistency in that, because like you always got to focus on consistency over potential when you're practicing for a category like this.
Yeah, and of course, you dodge very well. You dodge very well in LLS. Your Hikarikos were insane, and you dodge very well here, especially with Marissa. If anything, you might dodge a little too well. You are very excited to dodge in these games, and you sometimes lack up a little bit in the strategy. So that's something you should look out for in the LLS match, especially because that's a very strategic game.
Yeah, I mean, especially like in this game, if you're dodging, then something's gone wrong. It's like either Marisa just gave you bad attack selection, or you messed up your balls route. Or Mima TLB, I guess. But when does Mima TLB ever go correctly?
Does BTEC want to get any word in? They're usually very happy to speak.
Are they still muted?
They're muted, but they don't have to be.
Hi.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, BTIC. So what do you think of SOEW qualifiers?
You are so evil. You have to pair both the Vietnamese to fight for their own blood.
Yeah, you should be happy there are any Vietnamese players then in the tournament, not because three-legged chair qualified for LS and you qualified for SOEW. See, everyone's happy.
I know. Let me talk about this because like me and Leg Chair was like a really good relationship because like he was like he also had a really good achievement on the background. But when I meet him, I teach him a lot of like categories. That's why he have his skill today. And about this match, I mean, I did try to play casually. I'm trying to play not under pressure because like sometime in the tournament or something like high stake, I'm pretty much like in under pressure a lot, especially when I stream. So my performance would be really vary a lot. But I feel like I play casual better. That does explain sometimes I don't record my run because
like I can honestly respect your decision just to like have a finished run on the board. It doesn't even matter if it's good. If it's just like finished, that just takes so much stress off you mentally. And like speaking from experience here, like because that's just my mental state as well. Like in all of the TWC and RTF matches that I've participated in, it's always just get a run first so that you don't feel pressured to perform at your highest the whole way through.
Yeah, I can sort of agree with that. That's kind of the mentality I went into last year when I did Seiho. I just wanted to get a run in before anything else. And it does a lot to alleviate the stress. I'm like,
I guess there's still a lot more you have to learn from pro players and from the categories and all that stuff. Because what I focused at first was that I was going to aim for the run where I take the least damage out of, so that the outcome is like, so that the outcome will be like almost perfect first.
All right then, we're running very late here, so like, we should probably end up.
Yeah, that's genuinely not a strat. That strat like genuinely almost never pays off in these settings.
Yeah, well, let's then end the interviews here and then end the match. Do we have any final comments to make then?
It's so easy.
Join MS scoring.
Too late for that at this point. Yeah. Kawasaki,
No,
yeah,
I don't mean like join the match. I mean
What?
just join the category. Like just play MS Lunatic scoring
Yay.
in general.
That's fun.
Also, Fami, can I join SVW's Lunatic scoring and LSEX?
We'll see about that later, VTick. It's 1:20 in the morning.
Okay.
Alright then.
Good night, everyone.
See you
Yeah,
everyone.
bye.
See you YouTube and see you for the final qualifiers match. Mystic Square, Lunatic, Survival next
Oh, my mom
week.
is literally calling for.
Boy, am I glad
easy.
Boy, am I glad I did not sign up for that category. That sounds like hell to schedule.
It's already
and
booked.
also because the Mystic Square match is an absolute bloodbath this year.
Oh yeah, right. We finally got all the Japanese supers to play PC 98, and well, this is the result.
Well, goodbye everyone.
God.
See you.
Okay, bye. Have a good night.
Kawasaki.